the secret sauce behind Lil Durk's rise, the untold story of his talent discovery. Lil Durk burst onto the drill music scene in Chicago with raw talent, poignant storytelling, and unmatched authenticity. Despite limitations of genre constraints and legal troubles, his early tracks displayed lyrical prowess and a mastery of flow that hinted at hip-hop greatness. How Lil Durk became the voice of Chicago drill music. As a founding father of the groundbreaking drill movement, Lil Durk's early mixtapes sketched a harrowing portrait of life on Chicago's war-torn South Side. His ability to articulate the despair and trauma of the streets shot him to local stardom and ushered in a new era of hip-hop. Lil Durk, born Dirk Banks, is one of hip-hop's biggest rising stars, hailing from the hard streets of Chicago's Englewood neighborhood. His emotive lyrics and real accounts of growing up in poverty and surrounded by violence grabbed the attention of rap fans across the country. But Dirk's road to hip-hop stardom wasn't easy or straightforward. He faced many obstacles, tragedies, legal troubles, and life-threatening challenges along the way. However, his unwavering resilience and raw talent ultimately prevailed and catapulted him into the limelight. This is the untold story of how Lil Durk channeled his compelling life experiences into chart-topping music that made him a household name. The early days, discovering music as an escape in Englewood. Dirk Banks was born on October 19th, 1992, and grew up in the heart of one of Chicago's most dangerous neighborhoods, Englewood on the South Side. Englewood was infested with poverty, gang violence, drug abuse, and homicide. Dirk witnessed street violence, drug deals, and shootings on a regular basis from a young age. Growing up where I'm from, you kind of get numb to those kinds of things, he shared in an interview with Complex. Music became his solace and escape from the chaos.
Hey, took off 51st.
Damn, body down.
Oh, not those things on the finger, bro.
Hold on.
Tweaking, bro.
Body down. 51st. Gang.
Man, this bus stop right here though, this a real famous place, you hear me? This is a real famous place, B. Hey, this bus stop, this is a real famous place, B. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Free my nigga T.
When Dirk was just 7, his father was handed a life sentence for drug trafficking. Forced to become the man of the house overnight, he got involved with Chicago's infamous Gangster Disciples street gang for both protection and illegal income. At 17 years old, he even survived an almost fatal shooting that mirrored the vicious cycle consuming Chicago's youth. Spending his teenage years in and out of jail, Lil Durk turned to music as an emotional and financial outlet. He adopted the name Lil Durk as a play on the nickname Smirk he earned for his sly and mischievous behavior. Channeling his experiences of trauma into lyricism, his poignant street tales introduced the world to Chicago's harrowing reality. By his early teens, Durk was freestyling and rapping alongside longtime friends and musical collaborators like King Von. "We were just some youngins hanging out. No real studio time," Durk explained of his earliest music sessions that later morphed into a bona fide rap career. The budding young lyricists fed off the raw talents of one another, leaning into the creativity and competitive juices that would propel them toward fame. The birth of Only the Family, OTF. In 2011, at just 19 years old, Durk co-founded the Only the Family OTF collective with fellow Englewood rapper Lil Reese. The acronym OTF was inspired by their mindset at the time. It was them against the world. Durk was determined to do whatever it took to provide a better life for himself and his family. OTF started gaining traction in Chicago and beyond for its gritty, authentic street sound. Durk's razor-sharp verses brimmed with emotional realness as he unpacked stories of navigating a life surrounded by violence and crime. His 2012 track and mixtape, Life Ain't No Joke, grabbed the attention of media outlets and reputable hip-hop blogs. He spoke vulnerably about growing up in the trenches over menacing drill production. Durk was heralded for his masterful ability to humanize the struggles of young black men in cities like Chicago. His pain was palpable as he rhymed, "They left my homie on the ground. They won't see trial / lem a ball for him until I see the pearly gates." He gave an unfiltered glimpse into the mentality needed to survive Englewood's unforgiving streets. Legal troubles threaten career growth. As Durk's popularity expanded beyond Chicago's city limits, with songs like 2013's This Ain't What You Want, racking up millions of YouTube views, trouble with the law threatened to derail his budding career. He was arrested on weapons charges in 2011 and sentenced to 3 months in jail. In 2013 and 2014, additional arrests for firearms possessions resulted in Durk spending nearly a year in Cook County Jail, forcing him to miss out on many career opportunities and music connections. Jail humbled me and made me appreciate things I took for granted when I was out in the streets, he told Billboard. It made me get focused on my rap career. He used the loneliness and isolation to reflect on his life and channel that pain back into his lyrics. OTF tragedies fuel his hunger. Yet another massive obstacle threatened to destroy Durk's drive: the tragic murder of his close friend and OTF member, OD, in 2012. OD's death shook Durk to his core, layered on top of the grief from his father's incarceration and the murder of his cousin Newski in 2014. Durk later got the title Coleman tatted on his neck to forever memorialize Odie, whose street name was Coleman. These unimaginable tragedies only seemed to fuel Durk's motivation and hustle even more. Despite it all, Durk never lost sight of his end goal to make it big, if not for himself, for Odie, Newski, and all of the homies he lost along the way. He continued perfecting his craft and pouring his pain into powerhouse tracks. In 2019, Lil Durk will be arrested in connection to shooting at the Varsity. After a long 3 years, Lil Durk is off the hook for a 2019 shooting case in Georgia, and the 5 felonies he was charged with should have been dropped long ago for a lack of evidence, at least according to his attorney. Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis recently filed paperwork with the court declining to move forward with the case against Durk because of prosecutorial discretion, but she's declined to elaborate beyond that. Willis noted there was probable cause to initially arrest Durk, but after a thorough review of the facts, she decided against moving forward with the case. His lawyer said in a statement that Lil Durk was only arrested because of his affiliates being involved in the shooting, but that he had nothing to do with the case. In 2019, he signed a coveted record deal with Alamo Records and Def Jam. This propelled his popularity and place in the rap stratosphere. His single, Laugh Now Cry Later, featuring Drake off his 2020 album, The Voice, peaked at #2 on the Billboard charts. Additional collabs with the likes of Travis Scott, Gunna, Lil Baby, and singer Glack introduced Durk to wider mainstream audiences. He also launched his own record label, Only the Family Records, and Only the Family clothing line, further expanding his business savvy and brand influence. Lil Durk evolved from a niche drill scene rapper to a diversified hip-hop mogul with a wider musical repertoire. His refreshingly vulnerable themes of fatherhood, relationship turmoil, and personal growth resonated with fans and cemented him as one of rap's most talented storytellers. Nay gave fans an inside look at how life's lowest moments transformed him into the man he is today through raw, cathartic lyrics. On November 6, 2020, Durk learned of Von's death as followers on Instagram Live informed him of the reports. Lil Durk has taken to Instagram to mourn the death of King Von, his fellow Chicagoan, close friend, and collaborator. "My twin gone. I love you, baby bro, D-Roy," the Chicago rapper wrote alongside a photo of Von. Von was signed to Durk's Only the Family label.
Before they finish, I'm saying these 2 artists from Chicago who signed the OTF. So,
Okay, so that's Book right
Buka
there.
600 and King Von. So
And they signed to you.
yeah, actually they got their own face and name, so they don't need me.
Oh, they don't need you.
okay.
Oh, they don't need you. So,
Yeah, we fucking our phone now.
yeah, man.
So
I wish I could do that shit. That's dope.
Hey, let us
So,
know,
you
like,
have
yeah.
him on the project?
We had dropped a project called Only the Family. You know what I'm saying?
Family.
Before this one, they was on there. You know what I'm saying? So everything he know for him, like they streams going crazy, you know what I'm saying? A lot of deals on the table. But you know what
I said, you know what? I'm glad they up here, so let's get into their music right now.
Work.
Right? Want to introduce something right now? We'll get into it.
For sure.
One of your songs, go ahead, bro.
King Von.
You wanna play that? Too, bro. Don't be so stingy with that shit.
Vaughn was signed to Durk's Only the Family label, under which Vaughn dropped his breakout single Crazy Story in 2018. The 26-year-old subsequently released his debut album Grandson Vol. 1 in 2019, and had a strong 2020 with his albums LaVon James and Welcome to O Block, the latter of which just arrived last week. Lil Durk. Durk also shared a post to his IG story, which includes a photo of Vaughn as well as 2 others from the OTF family who have seemingly passed away. 3 the hard way, Durk wrote. Vaughn died early Friday morning in Atlanta after being wounded in a shooting that involved the police. The Atlanta Police Department later denied rumors that an officer shot him, saying it appeared he sustained injuries during an initial shootout between his group and another group. 2 others were also killed during the incident. R.I.P. King Von. 2021. Durk takes another loss. His brother D. Thang, born Dante Banks Jr., was killed on June 6th after gunplay erupted outside of a Chicago nightclub. According to reports, the 32-year-old was struck in the head and died instantly. So far, no one has been arrested for D. Thang's murder, but an investigation is still ongoing according to reports. Durk and his brother D. Thang were close. Lil Durk's relationship with India. Lil Durk and India have been together since 2017. However, the pair have been in an on and off relationship since then. Despite this, it looks like things have been going great for the couple, who are also proud parents to their daughter Willow, who they welcomed in 2018. Throughout their relationship, the rapper has been vocal about his love for India. In fact, he even dedicated a song to her, called India, where he shares his love for her. Lil Durk proposes to India. The rapper decided to make the proposal extra special after he popped the big question while doing a concert in his hometown of Chicago. As per TMZ, the rapper was performing at the local radio station's Big Jam concert at the United Center. In the middle of his segment, Lil Durk decided to bring India on stage. He then went on his knees and asked, "Do you want to be my wife?" Without thinking much, India was quick to say yes, as the crowd cheered for the couple. As of now, the pair has not revealed any details regarding their wedding plans. Remaining true to Chicago roots. Despite his immense success, Lil Durk continually shows love and gives back to his hometown of Chicago. He never turned his back on his origins or community that raised him. In 2018, he helped throw a massive Hood Day back-to-school charity concert, supplying thousands of school kids with free backpacks, food, haircuts, immunizations, and other services. The OTF frontman aims to inspire Chicago youth that they too can overcome hardship and make a name for themselves just like him. His COVID-19 relief efforts raise money to help struggling Southside families paying for rent, groceries, and utilities during the pandemic. Lil Durk is living proof that prospering doesn't require abandoning your stomping grounds. Leading a new generation of hip-hop talent. In addition to his own increasingly high-profile success, Lil Durk is responsible for ushering in a new class of hip-hop talent from Chicago and beyond. OTF artists like King Von, Booker 600, Memo 600, and Lil Zay Osama point to Durk as an invaluable mentor. Established artists seek out Durk for collaborations and cosigns, knowing his name brings clout and talent to the table. Fans praise his versatile flows and ability to excel on any beat from menacing drill to mellow R&B. There's no denying Durk's influence in shaping popular rap music today.
Omegadrip exclusives.